Hi guys, welcome back to another video, another episode of the VFR400. And today I'm going to be working on some shocks. So I'm going to try to work on some shocks. I need to disassemble these shocks. I have some spring compressors somewhere. I'm going to have a quick look, see if I can find them. If I can't, I've got plan B to try and use these ratchet straps that I have seen people use before with some level of success. It doesn't seem very straightforward, but I might give it a go. So if I start using the straps, it means I can't find the compressors. So yeah, let's get right into it. Good start so far. I did find them. They're actually in the boot of my car. I know I'd seen them somewhere at some point. So these are 4 car springs. I don't know if they're going to be too big for this. I don't know if they're even going to work, being the spring is so short, because you've got to sort of get this little hook here to hook onto the springs. One at the top and one at the bottom, so I don't think it's gonna be, to be honest, I think they're gonna be too big because it's already touching. There's already no space to wind it, so don't think I can use them. I'm gonna try something and mess about. If I can't, then I'm gonna have to try and see if I can find out some other way. So right, these are way too long. They're not going to fit in here, but I think I might have an idea. I'm thinking what I could do is I could get this onto here, or at least one side of it, and this part here, I'll show you guys. If I can get maybe a long bolt through here, I might be able to hook this onto the bolt somehow. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm trying something, so I'm going to try it and see if I can get a bolt through here and maybe try and hook that onto the bolt. All right guys, so this is what I've come up with. So I've put this bolt through here and I've able to hook this part of the hook. So to show you what one looks like, so it's got this hook on it here, so I managed to wrap that around the bolt. I tried to put another one here. It's a bit tight to try and get two compressors on, but I've got one on. It is really difficult to get it to hook around here, because when I hook it up here, which where it does hook properly, it then hits onto the strut here. So I'm gonna try and see if it can grip enough here. Just slowly open it. Obviously I'm gonna make sure I keep my hands away from here in case it unlocks. So I'm gonna go with one for now. I'm gonna start winding this up and see if this will compress the spring enough that we can slip this bit out. Once we slip this out, then we should be able to get the spring out. I think it is gripping. Okay, so our spring is compressing. Let's see if this is getting loose at all. So this part is part of the spring. I really feel like I need to be able to get it a bit higher up. It does seem to get a bit looser. Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can get the other spring on. Maybe I can get it on around here, or maybe even at the top here. If I can get this to be long enough to make it. I've got some of these ratchets, but I think this part is too long for it to work. So basically what I would have to do is hook the ratchet onto this bar and hook the other. Well, I'd have to tie it through here, but I just think it's too long. It's sort of longer than the strut, so I don't think it will work. You need the ones that's got this part's got to be really short, like this, for it to work. So I don't think that will work. So hopefully we can figure it out with these. And I think these are a lot easier to compress than the ratchet strap. So I've got to do them both still, a bit at a time. Oh, this one's really tight. Okay. Looks like the spring is moving now. Sure, this is supposed to be able to come off somehow, or I think so anyway, at least. Normally with a sort of coilover type spring, there's a notch here somewhere, but I don't really see one on here. I'm wondering if that's how it actually, if that's even actually how it comes off at all. I'm going to take this one out now, and I'm going to try and move it a bit further up now. I've got a bit more space. So looks like I got a little bit of something here. So I did a little bit of a Google search, good old Google, checked in some of the forums, and I found somebody graciously had put some photos of them removing the spring and how they did it. And this is why I love doing what I do, and I love YouTube, because we're just creating a library just to help other people. So when I knocked this down, I did notice there was this little ridge here which is stopping this part from sliding up. So apparently this is just a circlip. So if I prise this circlip out, which apparently does get rusted on, then this should just slide up. So this is what actually is retaining all the compression of the spring. So what I've got to do is try to find where the opening of it is and see if I can somehow prise it open or prise it off, and I think then that should pretty much be it. Oh, there we go. That's a bit obvious. You guys probably can't see it, but there's a huge gap here. So somehow I need to, and luckily it seems to be very easy to come off. So if I can get this circlip out without breaking it. Like that. See, I'm keeping my hands well away from the top of that cap, and I've got a circlip off. There we go. So if anybody wants to know, you've got to get this little circlip off, and then this now, this collar, this should come off or come up and off. Very interesting design, this style. It's just simply a little circlip holding the whole thing on. And there we go, we got it off. So now I can start winding these springs back, and I should be able to get the springs off. Get the spring off. I'm going to put a ratchet over this. Somehow strap it down. Somehow. Or at least tie a knot in it. so that if it does come out, the spring doesn't compress or release too much tension. There we go, all the tension's out. Good thing as well, I didn't touch any of this adjustment, so when I do put it back, it will be pretty much where it was. I definitely think I'm going to get some smaller, some of these smaller ones designed for these small coilovers. When I'm putting it back, it'll be a lot easier and a lot less likely to damage the paint once it is painted. But here we go, one spring which will be cleaned up and painted, same color, red, and then obviously one shock that needs to be cleaned up as well. So yeah, my understanding, and again I need to look into this, is that this should, I know the spring will push it back, but I expect it to have some sort of dampening and push back itself. But as you see, when I push it down, it's just stayed down. So please, somebody correct me. Am I wrong? Is this supposed to come back up, being that it's got a spring? I would have thought so. But yeah, if you know, please let me know if this is supposed to come back or not. I can hear some fluid in there, but I would have thought that this would have had some level of dampening in it. So please let me know. So I'm going to give the spring a quick clean and see what it looks like after I get all this grease off it. Alright guys, so here's the spring. I give it a quick clean up. It looks a lot better, but you can see where we've got rust when you look close up here, where water was sitting. This is all at the top actually, this was. There's a little bit at the bottom here as well, as you guys can see. Yeah, where the paint's been scraping off. This is where it's turning and twisting and rubbing against the metal. So I guess those areas, the paint will come off and you start getting some rust. So there's some flaking bits around the top, which is the worst part. So obviously this is going to have to be cleaned up, and I am going to have to paint it. But it doesn't look too bad, so I'm happy with this. So I'm going to try and clean up some of the other parts as well and see what they look like. Okay guys, so this is the new and improved. So I've got some metal polish, and a lot of these parts I'm gonna hit them with some metal polish as well. So this is literally just cleaned it back up to pretty much to its bare metal, but it does need to get a polish. So I'm just doing a test just to see what I can do with these parts with the limited tools that I've got. Guys, so just a quick update. So I've been cleaning. I gave these a good clean. You see the state of my hands. I also passed these the Dremel over all these dirty rusty bits. You can see how much better they've come up. I mean, all this stuff was black. Give it a good clean. I got it in all in here with these grooves and stuff. What I use is I use some of these sort of pads. They're really good. And they take off the sort of surface rust, and there's different grades of them, but you can see how I've just sort of cleaned those up with it. So I spent about half an hour just going through everywhere, just sort of trying to clean it up. I will get the metal polish out and polish it properly, but this is just sort of the initial sort of clean, getting the surface rust off and all the dirt and crud and stuff like that. So yeah, so you can see the difference, for instance, in this part, which I haven't touched. You can see the state of this compared to what I done here. So massive difference. So I'm going to take this apart, take these straps off, and then I'm probably going to clean the rust off this, and I'm actually going to paint this black again, and then I'll also clean and polish that up as well. But I'm just going to leave it there. I just thought I got carried away. But when I'm going to finish this off properly, polish it up really nice so it's nice and even and stuff. But this is what it's looking like now. So I think it's come a long way. So you can already see the difference with this shock now compared to what it looked like. Obviously, as I said, I'm going to repaint these as well, and polish these up nicely, clean all the rubbers and stuff. And this part will probably be the next bit that I've got to do. But I do want to know about this shock, whether I need to rebuild this somehow. I'm not sure how to rebuild it. I can probably find out. If anybody knows, let me know. I'm assuming you've got to put the oil in through here, I guess. I'm not sure. Well, this says this unit contains high pressure nitrogen gas, so no idea what that's supposed to mean. But you can see this is connected to here, so I'm sure this is part of the shock system. So yes, I definitely need some advice on this one, but I will be doing some research and see if I can find anything on Google as well, if anybody's rebuilt these before and if it actually needs rebuilding. So I also want to show you guys the difference between this old other one that I had and the one that I cleaned up today. So night as day, the difference between these two are. Yeah guys, so that is it. I am done for tonight. Had a nice little tinker here tonight. Just wanted to make a start on these shocks, so I'm really eager to get them back on the bike. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like videos like this, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So thanks for watching. Take care.